What?
Good evening, everybody. Before Lyle just starts rambling about God knows what.
Lyle's having a rough time tonight. So
If I had a head like that, I have a rough night every night too.
You had a head like that, you'd be worth $1 million.
Oh Lord, have mercy. Here we go with the lies.
here we go.
All right. Good evening, everybody. Welcome to Catfish Weekly, along with the great weekend angler Josh and the whatever he is, old man Lyle,
The Rod Father.
the Rod Father,
Careful, boys.
King of Rods.
Careful now.
How you guys doing? How you guys doing on this beautiful Monday night?
We're good,
Turned
man.
cold on me.
It did. It turned cold this morning. We 80 something degree, 84 degrees yesterday, I think, was our high, and then our high for today probably came at midnight, and it's been dropping ever since. I think we're in the 40s. So
Well,
Yeah,
52, but I'll tell you, boys, I'm sick to death of this wind. Man.
Yeah,
it's that time of year.
Yeah, but I'm tired of it already.
we was in the about 80 the last couple days, and now kind of like you, Josh. We've been in around the high 40s, the low 50s all day, and it's kind of going like this. And then tonight it's going to get down to like 35 freaking degrees. Like,
Yeah, but you deserve it.
bull malarkey.
I'm curious on Creole's comment. He said he's got an image burned in his mind now.
Wow.
I have nothing to do with that.
He may have gotten a questioning from a friend over some comments that he may or may not have made.
Ah.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Hey, boys, you know what? It's the end of March. Tomorrow begins
Battle Cat.
April.
That's a new one.
You want to go ahead and say hi to people first?
Sound like a plan.
All right, we'll say hi to people first, and then I got some interesting first time of the year news.
Oh, there we go.
Yeah, you got something on your chin. Let me wipe that off. Thanks.
Who are you talking to?
It was on Josh's chin. I had to rub it off the screen. It was weird.
That you getting a little weird now.
We got Burrito
Oh.
Catfish and Lady, Bugman 22, 922 Crappie Barbecue, Brewer Boys Outdoors, member LG Bass. Caught a nice flathead there last night.
Yeah, you did.
We got Catfish with us. Matt from Wannabe Outdoors. John Parker Jr. Mr. Brad Becks. Mr. Dave Funk. Dead Sea Pirates Fishing, Sean Abney. The Sweet V. Smith. Greg Burgess. Creole Catfishing. Smeeter of the Cedars. Lyle Stokes Fishing.
Mm-hmm.
He just wanted to say hi to himself.
Yeah,
I did.
Cats. Miss Cindy Stokes. Mr. MI6 Mike Irvin. What's up, Jersey? Joe Buck 66. Crappie Day Darren. Hooks and Hammocks. Randy Swain, Stonefly 71. 205 Wild Action. Ooh, excuse me. And I'm already at the bottom. Chat's starting off a little slow. Make sure y'all come in and say hello and give us
Rio said he's trying to watch between fits of laughter, or trying to eat dinner between fits of laughter. So
all I got to say to Creole is yo, what's up?
Hey, you know who else is watching us tonight? I got a message for the show. We have, and I don't know if he's been in chat, but we have the father of Jerry Parker watching us tonight.
Really?
Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
So
well, I've not seen Jerry in here, but since a man of the caliber of what it would take to be his father is watching us tonight,
yes,
I'm going to have to ask Jerry Parker to please be on your best behavior, because we
Jerry,
could tell him lots of stories about you.
Yeah, Jerry always puts weird stuff in chat.
He does.
Really?
Yeah.
Really?
Not seen it.
Yeah. I see Chad's got his gangster on tonight. He's throwing them signs out to Creole.
That's right. Be like, Chatty Chad. What? He knows what I'm talking about.
What have we done?
Chad needs a bunch of bling. Walk through CatCon.
That's right. Actually, I
I'm
did have a
gonna-
lot of bling on at
I'm gonna
CatCon.
I'm going to let that slide and not comment on that. I got a pretty good one, though.
Who you calling a yo-yo, Chad? Asked Randy. A lot of people.
There's Mr. Roger from Muskrat Adventures. Hello, Roger.
What's up, Rat? Boys, it's nice to see something we haven't had in a while. Tournament results.
Oh, there we go.
Say sunshine.
No, I ain't seen sunshine in like 3 days.
3 days at least.
Yeah.
Yeah, happy belated birthday to Josh.
Absolutely.
Thank you, sir.
His birthday was yesterday, right?
Yep, it was yesterday.
And you finally you turned what, a year older than me, right?
I
So
turned a year older than you. So 44.
yeah, Josh kicks off the 1981 birthday party, basically of all of us. So people like me and Creole and Brian B. Even though Brian B's he was an 82 baby because he wasn't cool enough for 81, and Kevin and is there one other one that was 81?
Oh shoot, I think there is, and I can't think who it was.
But we're all way younger than Josh is. So
81?
81.
1981.
Wow. Such babies.
Yep.
And then we also have John Real Time Catfish and Parker.
Woo!
His
John.
birthday is today.
Is he in chat?
Not yet.
Oh, okay. Jason Lamb is.
Mark Barnum, I have no doubt that you're probably correct on that. I don't want to find out.
He's definitely got stains in him older than that.
Hey, there's Chris to hook the hammock.
Are you serious, Chris? You're 10 years older than me?
Oh yeah, Chris is
Wow.
up there with Lyle.
I would not have ever guessed that.
Hey, remember Danny Stone Outdoors?
Somewhat shorter than you, Josh.
Just a little bit, yeah.
A little bit, yeah.
I don't know. I don't know if you've seen Chris lately. I told him yesterday he's looking too slim because he's looking. He's really done well on his weight loss journey.
Look a little thin in the skin, huh?
And D and I were talking about it after he didn't want to, but his beautiful, wonderful, awesome, amazing wife, my ginger sister, decided to take a trip down yesterday to see us, and we were talking about it after he left, and was like, man, Chris is really looking good. I was like, yeah. I was like, he looks like damn near 6 feet tall. And she's like, really? I thought he looked a lot shorter. I was like, I'm not telling him that. So
Yeah,
I think he looks taller. But anyway, what's up, JG Hill, Fishing Fever? How y'all doing? We actually have our first tournament results of the year from the Indiana Catfish Association on March 28th. Results from Geist Reservoir in Indianapolis, Indiana. Let's open this bad boy up. Let's see if I can find Brad. Brad must have left himself off the championship list here this time, but we'll go with the top. We'll go with the top 5.
She's not wrong, Jeremy.
That is true. All right. Coming in on the top 5 of the Indiana Catfish Association, we've got in 5th place, Josh and Brandon at 55.39.
Different Josh.
Yeah, Josh
and different Brandon.
Yeah. I don't know. 4th place, we got David and George at 56.64. 3rd place, Justin and Delmer, 56.9. In 2nd place, Chuck and James at 57.73. And in 1st place, Scott, Casey, and River at 60.91. The big fish of the tournament was a 18.73-pound channel cat.
That's a nice channel cat.
A nice channel cat.
Not Casey and River would happen to be Casey Tudoro, his dad, and his little boy. I remember when that baby was born.
Yeah.
Little guy. He's catching some great fish this year. Good for them.
Yeah. Oh, the reason why he's not on the list is he didn't get to fish this weekend, but he did go to watch the weigh-in.
Oh, good for Brad. Nothing like supporting your fellow guys.
I wanted to fish something fierce this weekend, especially being my birthday weekend, but Mother Nature had other plans, and we were gearing up for severe weather that ended up not being severe here. So
that's okay.
We got it dumped on last night is what we got.
Yeah, we're under the gun for Wednesday. It's looking even worse. So
Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday it's supposed to rain here. But
yeah,
Wednesday and Friday it's like 6.3 inches of rain.
They're saying we can have up to about 10 or 11 inches of rain by this time next week. So
crazy.
It's all. It seems like we get all or nothing.
Hi, Jody. Welcome.
What's up, Jody?
Oh, Roger. Yep. Roger said they had tornadoes there last night.
Yeah, there was a few tornadoes over on the the Ohio side, more up towards Columbus and stuff. I think there was maybe two.
There's Jerry.
JG Hill Studio. That is the tournament results was for the Indiana Catfish Association. They right here on the they fish like the Ohio River and some of the lakes up in Indiana. They have a traveling type deal where they have different locations. They fish different tournaments. So those are a live in-person tournament series that they do around here.
Parker sent me a photo, but I'm on my phone and cannot pull that up.
Jody pulled a skunk this weekend. Didn't even catch bait.
Oh wow!
I did not leave the house to go fishing either. I got my mower all taken care of, and the finger that I had the infection in, I took a nice big chunk out of it.
Well, you're supposed to turn them off before you go to change the blades.
I told you and told you and told you. I am not certified, but I have qualifications and could have done that for you.
It's like it's destined for me to just have Lyle amputate it.
No, I got a scalpel. I know how to use it.
Oh, look, there's Mark. Catfish and crappie.
Hey, Mark.
Dunnigan said, or Danny said, Dunnigan, meet us at Kentucky Dam this Saturday. Don't be a Chad.
That would have to happen.
Don't be a Chad.
I tell you what, I think you guys might want to check the gauges.
I'm gonna check the weather.
Not just the weather is one thing. I think it'll be moved out of there by then. But when you're looking at, we just got how much rain last night, and then you're going to have another 6 to 10, some places 11 inches of rain. I'm wondering if that is going to even be fishable at all down there. Because
there's always a spot. You may not get up there right next to the dam, or you might actually have to get up there and be. I mean, at least on the on Kentucky Dam, it's real easy to get to the hydro side and not the floodgate side. So,
what is wrong with it? Look, we already put out there that Jerry Parker needs to
be nice
positive choices in chat tonight, because we have special people that watch this show, and he comes in here trying to use my finger for bait.
Yep.
Anyway.
Yep.
So we had a massive front move in last night with this, obviously. So we kind of got talking, was like, well, let's talk about that a little bit.
I had wanted to go out and be fishing live tonight. I just ran out of time. So
you hear excuses there, Lyle?
I hear it's like violins playing in stereo. Yeah.
So what do you what do you guys think that a front like this really does to the fishing?
It'll move the fish,
Mm-hmm.
usually deep.
Now we went from, you talk about 40 degree drop in high temperatures.
And wind. The wind has been relentless.
Mm-hmm.
Because we had real strong winds from the southwest. Now they come from the northwest now. It's going to push them a little bit further. I mean, it's going to push them a little bit further offshore.
Here's the thing. When the fish start moving in, they're looking to feed up because every species of fish between now and 75-degree water temperature is getting ready to spawn.
Mm-hmm.
And the sun shines one day and it's 80 degrees. So the water temperature warms up. The wind blows everything towards whatever bank that it blows into, and all of the zooplankton and all that stuff head over there. So there goes the bait fish after that. And what follows them? The catfish.
Yep.
Now, they're all looking for a free meal. And when that front comes through, it shuts them down. They move into deeper water. Now, if you can find a place that has a deep hole with semi-deep water, depending on what body of water you're looking for, and shallow water where they just left with structure,
Yep.
You're in business.
Yeah, if you can find that first deep water point, because if they were moved up into a shallow cove, and we're not talking at this point like main lake points, but they're up in that cove. Look at that secondary point.
That's right.
I got
What was
stuff falling, but you're behind me. The ghost. But you just find that first secondary point, that first little drop off into deeper water. These fish know that this time of year it's going to be fluctuating. They're not going to run. They know that it's not winter. They're going to run back. It is going to push them a little bit further offshore, but it's not going to run them back to their wintering holes. It's not going to make them think, oh, shoot, winter's here. It's going to be ice. They know. Nature's smarter than people think.
That's right. That's exactly right.
Quiet man Curtis, what's going on, buddy? So, and I'm going to bring up a video that I actually watched earlier today, but it was kind of interesting. But Roger says cold front pushes them off the bank, but increased flow pushes them to the bank. So where are they? Because, I hear a lot of, throughout the years talking about barometric pressure, right? And for the longest time, I'm like, I've heard moving, I've heard, rising or falling, yada, yada, right? You don't want it stagnant. I've heard different theories on it and stuff like that. But this video basically was talking about a starting point of 29.92. That is like the average flat rate of barometric pressure, right?
Yeah.
But it was basically saying if your barometric pressure is even above that or at it, and it's falling fairly fast of a rate of, I think it was 0.35 over a certain amount of time, and it didn't specify the time that I recall, but it basically, that pressure on that fish on their swim bladder, which is what the barometric pressure kind of forces that fish higher or lower in the water column, right? That lower pressure or falling pressure actually relieves that pressure on their swim bladder, which makes them want to go up into the water column or into the flats. I thought that was pretty interesting. It really didn't talk about the rising pressure that I during that at all, but it kind of touched point on the stagnant, where it's static and staying at a high, at 29.92 or higher. What that does, and that typically forces those fish into deeper water for some reason. And it was saying that falling is what releases the pressure, which in these cases, right, that the low pressure front that came through like last night, where that barometric pressure was, I think it was 29.8 something this morning when I looked, kind of makes me wonder too, like, okay, so if they were deep because of at the time of the thing, are they moving up into the shallows or coming up off of the bottom a little bit right now, that very next day when that pressure is starting to relieve, and how long does it take for that pressure to really trigger that?
There's
Agree.
got to be something to that too, though. I mean, I'd love to sit and do the math on it, but I want to say it's around 32 feet of water. At 32 feet of water, you have an entire another atmosphere of pressure, and so to divide that up and figure up just about, what would equate to a 0.35 change on the barometer if you know that from 0 to 32 feet we're having a whole atmosphere. It'd be neat to figure out exactly where that would be, just to sit, and I'm a math nut anyway, so I like that kind of stuff, but figure out how many inches or feet of water would equate to that change. And,
Well, and I thought that was because I need to do more research on it as well, because I think barometric pressure has always kind of confused me, to be honest with you. Other than it usually is between that, like, low 30 to about 28, mid 28s or whatever, and try to figure out. I think it's or no, 29 to 31, somewhere in there, right?
somewhere in there.
But I didn't know because it was talking about the pressure at sea level, like and I didn't know that had anything to do with the barometric pressure or anything. So I really need to read up on how it all really works, because I think it is interesting, because we may be chasing some at times, and why we think the pre front days, everybody says always fish ahead of it, but that post front, are we just looking in the wrong spots at times? They could be just we're not, because we're thinking one way and not the other.
I will say this, and I don't, it's not anything but personal preference here. But let's say that I've been having success dragging baits or bumping or something like that, and we have a strong cold front go through like we had last night, where it drops temperatures by 40 degrees. I'm probably, regardless of the water temperature, I'm probably at least at some point during that day going to go back to the anchor, just so I can soak baits in an area for a little bit longer. I may not stay on the anchor all day. I may go back to dragging or bumping or suspend drifting, whatever it is, a moving approach. But at some point, I can almost guarantee during the day that I'm going to be on the anchor. With mammals, barometric pressure affects their eardrums, especially low pressure. High pressures will have them moving.
Pretty good information there.
Hey, there's Sangamon Angler.
I've never seen a fish with ears.
They have ear flaps.
Parker has.
But like I said, in that video, what it was talking about, though, the swim bladder is what it affects. That's the equivalent, right? To me, in my opinion, or my thoughts, not opinion, but from what I'm understanding is, that's what, same thing like he's talking about with our eardrums and stuff, and the pressure it puts on us up here. The lower the pressure, the more relief they feel, right? After I was getting ready to go back to Austin's thing here.
He said that he agreed with you a while ago. I had to take that down. We can't have that. We just can't.
This is why nobody in the community thinks that I've got any kind of skill level at all in fishing world. I get treated like this.
I must have missed something there.
Hold on. So Austin, this one says, if the pressure around you increased very slowly over the course of a few days, you probably wouldn't notice. But if you felt 20 pounds heavier in a matter of 2 hours, you'd notice. Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah. Think of Thanksgiving. Think of Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
Do you want to get up and move around after Thanksgiving dinner? No. You want to plank your hind end on a couch or a chair
in front of a wood stove or a fireplace and lay down.
Yeah.
Yeah. But here's where he says, I agree, Chad. I've always thought very gradual increases and decreases don't do a whole lot. Quick changes are what you should look for if you want to look at it at all. And then Catch Fish with us also said, I have been seeing conversations about barometric pressure not having an effect
Or a few
more
feet
than a
underwater.
few feet underwater. Not sure what to believe. So I think that's something we could all
Yeah,
do a little
that
bit
kind
better
of goes
research
back
on.
into that what I was talking about. If you've got the pressure of an entire set, another full atmospheric weight,
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to do the math on that tonight.
Yeah. I think it's interesting to think of.
Doug
And
Williams, you're absolutely right. He says Lyle always feels 20 pounds heavier after shrimp buffet.
What can I say? I like shrimp.
but
It's not that I just feel like it. I actually have gained weight on them.
And Dave says, I believe that overthinking on things hurts your time on the water. Keep a journal, and after a while, you'll have every situation covered.
I say every year that I'm going to do that, and every year I find a million excuses of why I haven't done it, but I need to start doing that.
I've talked about it before too, and I don't do it. But it's interesting talking about like just not even just the barometric pressure, because I go back when I was 18, I had a job working in injection molding, right? And the engineers, talking with them guys, make it because we'd have to have different settings and stuff for the tubes and all the hoses and stuff that we made for the right density, yada yada. It had to be certain heat. But one of the things that I thought was very interesting that on any given day, things would have to change not because of barometric pressure, but the gravitational pull. So that I wonder, how many things we don't even think about play different roles as well. But I wonder if that has anything to do with barometric pressure as well, or if it's just more of like the whole moon phase and how it affects tide and all that kind of stuff, right? I know I just went really nerdy on you, and you're just like, I don't know what to say here, but that's cool.
Yes, Danny, I do know what you're talking about.
Marlon Perkins, he's Mutual of Omaha's Wild Kingdom, man.
That's exactly right.
Used to love that show.
Oh, it's a great show.
And John Patrick Jr., you're absolutely correct. Said any day of fishing is better than a day of not fishing.
Oh yeah.
Whether you catch anything or not, doesn't matter. You have to go.
Now, Chad, let me ask you this: if I said that I will change my presentation, and at some point I'll probably end up on the anchor if we've had a real strong cold front. Bait. Are you going to change your bait size, or are you going to leave it alone?
Typically, what I would end up doing, especially like if I'm not getting any bites, I would probably do various size baits, which this time of year I do anyway. I'll have some small and medium, maybe one large bait until I figure out what they want. All right. Now, if I have them all out and they're not hitting, I'm just going to sit there and enjoy my day. So,
well, yeah, that's all you can do at that point.
But this is the time of year we're seeing, fish with really huge bellies like me, which I love to see. They're feeding up. But it day to day what bait they're looking for. We catch them on, small shad or small pieces or smaller pieces of skipjack, and some days we're a little bit on the medium size of baits. I've yet to have anything, and I've not been at a lot, obviously, but to where the bigger baits in our area are really being messed with. We'll have some taps, but it's usually they're on the big headpiece where they're just nibbling on that back meat, and then they're not big enough to even look at the hook. So now, are they getting to that point? I would definitely say this is prime time. April's hitting where big baits are going to start being much more prevalent. So just finding the right time to go get out on the water and do it.
Hello, Miss Chrissy Brown.
Small water charters, welcome. I'm not a big fan of Mean Gene, the fishing machine, because he acts goofy and I can't stand that.
That's why he don't like me.
There's no reason to be stupid when you're trying to explain something to somebody on how to do it. But
happiness is good for you.
Fishing when you can because it's good for you. That's right.
That's right.
Fish when you can. It doesn't matter if the barometric pressure is jumping up or going down. If you get a chance to go, you're going to have a good time regardless.
100% agree with you. But to me, as you know,
What was
students,
that? What was that?
I somewhat agree with you, but
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I
it's
thought.
only somewhat.
Partially.
But you know, 9 times out of 10, that's all I want, right? I want to get out there and relax, and I want to fish.
That's right.
But as somebody that's really tried to gain a lot of knowledge, other than I'm just winging baits out there, doing whatever, like I did for years on the bank. You know, since I became, got my first boat and started boat fishing, I really have tried to understand more and more what's going on. I want to be successful too. And it's hard when you're on a river like I've got on a lot of days to catch fish, period. So, if I want to go out and try to improve, I mean, I'm already the best, you know, what? I was gonna say the best dragger, but that wouldn't have sounded right.
Go ahead. Say it again.
StreamYard have
But no,
StreamYard have fun making a short out of that one, wouldn't it?
yeah, I know, right? I've gotten, really good at understanding how to, the drag baits and figure out different um, things to do when I'm, when things aren't going my way, or, things to look for. I'm much better at anchoring up or spot locking. I'm trying to figure out, you know, how to set up properly, precision anchoring, or if I guess you could call it, on trying to, try to figure that out. I'm still not very well at bumping because I've only ever tried it once, but that's still on my list. And, I've been pretty successful at learning how to suspend drift, but finding fish still sometimes eludes me on, my neck of the woods, where trying to figure out, are they in the shallows or are they on those ledges going up the channel, right? Trying to figure out if they're 5-10 feet deep, or are they 50 or 60 feet deep. Sometimes can be a real struggle, and where they're at in that river, right? So that's the part where I'm trying to figure out, does like the barometric pressure in the cold front or a low pressure or high pressure system, how does that affect them, and where should I be looking, say on a day like today, if I would have went out the day after, right?
Mike.
I think the fish are still eating. They're, they may be slowed down a little bit, especially if it's a high pressure system. But I still think you have the capabilities of going out and catching a fish the day after a front.
If a front moves through or the barometer raises or lowers, either one doesn't make any difference. And the fish go deeper. I agree. They still eat. Do they change what they eat? Is it a different bait that they're looking for?
That's a good question. It's like we talked about before. There's, today it might be all shad. Tomorrow it might be all skipjack. I don't know.
Now, correct me if I'm wrong, but shad will be higher in the water column as a rule than skipjack. When the skipjack are high in the water column, it's because they're up there eating shad.
Yeah, so they're up there eating shad, and they attack from underneath. So,
but they don't stay up there after them shad all the time, because the shad will leave. Say you go to Cumberland City or Barkley or any of those places after them, and they're up in there below the dam or below the discharge. The next time you go there, there's no shad up there, so there's no skipjack up there. Where they at?
That's a good question.
They go deep.
Now I got to defend what I said. So Chad is saying bank guys just depend on pure luck fishing, but since he's a boat fisherman, he's a pro. One, I am not a pro, and I don't have the luxury of 8,000 spots on the Mississippi River. On the Ohio River, we were limited to like 2 or 3 spots in a 90-mile stretch, right?
Well,
so other than how far we casted, there was really nothing to try to pick a spot on our river, right?
There's another thing, Chad. You're not built like a billy goat like Jerry Parker is.
And I am not built like a daggone billy goat like Jerry Parker.
And for what it's worth, right now it's bank anglers 2 and boat anglers nothing on
that's
top.
Because y'all wouldn't let me fish. I'm just saying.
Just saying.
And I
You know,
did pin the
that will
top
change.
hat
That
link.
will change. I have no doubt. But it's where we stand right now.
Well, I pinned the link to the April Top Cat sign up. As far as I know, we only have one, and we got to figure out who that was.
Yeah, we got to look back and see who that was, because if you signed up in chat, wasn't it Dave Funk?
No.
I
For
thought
some
it
reason,
was.
I was thinking Bobcat.
If Bobcat was wanting in, if Dave Funk's not in it, he should be.
I thought maybe
remember.
Dave was in there, but I'm not 100%. So
So
Wouldn't that be something? Dave Funk jump in there and get pulled out.
Parker be sweating bullets.
I believe he would. If not, he should.
mhm.
Rightfully so.
Dave Funk not only is on Fish Now, he has been recently. Last year was a great year for Dave Funk.
That it was.
So something we were
just
talking about stuff changing, and it may and I know we've spoken on this multiple times before, but it bears repeat. Is Fish yesterday or the day before's wind? The wind today was coming from the northwest after that front, but all that zooplankton and all the bait fish that follow it, yes, it's moving out. It is moving now. If the wind's from the northwest, this stuff's moving to the southeast, but it's not immediately on that southeastern shore yet. So go up and fish wind from a day or two ago. It takes a little bit for that to blow all the way across the lake or the river. The river with current changing, it's going to change some stuff up. But
That's me.
Mike Irwin, welcome.
Let's see what the old.
and Parker caught a bunch of crappie yesterday. He sent me pictures. Nice
Me
fish.
too. They look good. He done had a great day.
We had talked about when the weather was being dumb like it was. We had actually talked about going out maybe Saturday this weekend or this past weekend and going to try to catch some bluegill or something for the bait tank, but I've not got the bait tank set up yet for
Why
the
not?
season. I haven't had time.
Oh.
I was looking at mine yesterday, Josh.
Mine will be set up probably by the end of the week, and then we'll be ready to start putting it. We'll get the water in there, get the water flowing through it. Put a fish or two in there just to let them start getting their bacteria into the water, and then we'll stock that thing. But
sounds like a plan. I can't wait to see the videos.
But we need to do. We'll be finishing up that video series I started last year that kind of got thrown by the wayside whenever I built the. And I'll show that whenever I start doing that. I built an enclosure outside. I don't remember if I showed that. I showed pictures of it during a show a while back, but we'll show it real time in the video. And then here in a few weeks, maybe we'll do might be time to do a bait tank video, and we'll go out there and hang out with that thing. So
that sounds like a plan to me.
Plans are to take and come up with me a camera solution where when I feed them, I can maybe go live during the feeding and watch the fishing for a little while or something. So.
There we go. All right.
Check the water temp in the tank before throwing bait in so you don't shock. That's a very good idea.
It really is.
We do have one signed up for the Top Cat.
Oh,
so, yep. 3 minutes ago. So I know there was somebody else last week, and we got to figure out who that was.
Yeah, somebody said it in chat. Now, if
I
you're
don't
in chat tonight, then
I don't remember who it was. So we might actually get to spin the wheel here. I don't remember if I sent you a message. I'll have to look back and see who that was, if I did or not. Now I am not scrolling back anymore because now I see that float buddy that you sent me, jerk. I ain't going
See
with
what?
I know somebody else that would make a prime contender for that.
float buddy.
Oh, yeah.
The,
That thing's
Top
awesome.
Cat selection.
It was Cool Cat.
Oh, that's who it was.
See, that's why I keep Bill around. He remembers a lot. I mean, he doesn't remember exactly how things went. Like, when I put him on all the fish, he doesn't seem to remember it that way. But there's the birthday boy, Mr. Real Time Catfishing. Happy birthday, Can't Fish John. I don't know, Stan. Who could it be?
Hey,
on
happy
the
birthday,
comment?
John.
So we now, we'll have to add.
Why is John Parker not getting in this Top Cat competition?
Oh, that'd be a blast.
That boy
That
can't
would be
catch
an
no fish.
absolute blast.
We need John Parker to sign
2 hours of John Parker. It's like having Danny Stone again. We're
On
going to have fun.
Yeah, on steroids. Come on, John, sign up.
He might, we're moving into time of year. We're going to start seeing more people sign up. So,
Oh, absolutely. As the weather finally straightens out and warms up, and consistently is in weather where you don't have to wear long johns and all that, all the time, you're going to see more people sign up. I'll do it. Tell me when, and I'll be there. John, you need to go to the Catfish Weekly group page.
Nope.
On the top of that, there's a link. You can sign up, and then you'll be in the drawing. And you can sign up every month, but you can only fish once.
Once per season.
Once per season. So
the link
sign
to that
up.
The link to that post is posted right at the top of this chat.
Saw Benoit Fishing Outdoors has joined us. Hello, Gabby and Allison. Said they're listening from work.
Stan thinks this is all. He's already got it in the bag because it's 2 hours.
Oh yeah.
Oh Lord, have mercy. I just tagged Cool Cats in the post and asked him to verify because I'm fairly certain Bill's right on that one.
I think he is.
No, Facebook is not the only way to sign up.
Nope, you could send an email or a text to register at theweekendangler.com. Almost just like the bragging board thing, but just instead of pics at theweekendangler.com, send it to register at theweekendangler.com. And I do know that a text sent to that email address will show up to it. So
really,
yep, you can text that and it shows right up on there.
John said he's got 2 channels, a flathead, and 4 eels.
4 eels. Ooh.
Who was fishing with you today that you took credit for all their fish?
The channel cat and the flathead will work. You don't get to count them eels.
Oh no, those eels are worth a lot of money.
Not to me.
What's up, Mad County Fishing?
They're real fun. Parker caught one at one time.
I'm good.
Parker with an eel is always makes for good fun.
Well, did he net it?
Did he what?
Did he net it?
I think he just grabbed a hold of it.
I'm telling you, if you ever net one, they'll find every hole in that net and be in every one of them.
Lyle is doing his nails tonight.
Had a hangnail, need to get rid of.
Unfortunately, before the show, he was giving himself a pedicure, so Chad and I had to observe that.
Not true. Hey, Ernie Brown, welcome, buddy. Ernie was today, and Chrissy.
Mad County says bite's been on fire the last month. That ain't no kidding, Matt. Mad County's on the bragging board tonight.
Sweet.
Parker's on there. And then I meant to get one more picture on it. It was not submitted to me, but I was going to submit the photo. And
of Dockery and that bass?
No, it was of my buddy Captain Terry Rogers and his new PB that he caught last week.
That was a giant.
And,
congratulations, Terry. Well deserved.
Chad, are you able to share that photo if you can find it on his Facebook?
I'm sorry, who was it?
Terry Rogers.
Oh yeah, just give me 1 second.
Caught himself a new PB blue over the week or over last week, and I was going to submit that thing to the bragging board. So awesome fish.
Stan
might be-
says, well, Saturday when I was live, I showed 80 plus pounds of carp and several catfish over 30. I was fire. I caught so many fish, it was like it was on 2 channels. Sounds like a pretty good day, Stan.
Almost 90 pounds.
If I get
There's
my
a rumor that Lyle caught a slab crappie. Yeah. He maybe did.
computer to work right. There we
I will
go.
say that is the biggest crappie I've ever had in my hand. To be quite honest, it is.
You want to know what's fun is trying to figure out how to teach AI to say crappie the way that I say crappie.
Does it say crappie?
It says crappie. There it is.
Giant. That is a massive fish. Congratulations again, Terry.
Heck yeah, that's an awesome fish. Got too much going on here. Where we at?
Uncle Lou says Mother Nature stinks.
Welcome, Lou.
You would think that Lyle would have a little bit more pull with Mother Nature. I mean, I'm pretty sure he's father time.
No, well, come on.
I think he does it on purpose. I think he sits back and they have a meeting every week, and they're like, this is how we can screw up everybody's fishing.
I saw that.
Most people are going to get to fish these days. Like, how can we screw it up for them?
We used to watch that Christmas special every year. It had Snow Miser and Heat Miser in it. Then I got to know Chad and Dockery and kind of.
Is James signed up? He's in chat now.
I thought it was James. I tagged him in the post, just wanting him to confirm yes or no on that one.
Yeah, Ernie, we've got some. It's coming through here on Wednesday too, so it's definitely be careful with that. If you live in about the middle part of the country, which a lot of us do, just be aware that there is a significant severe weather threat.
So right now we have Cool Cats and 2 stands signed up for this month.
Oh, there we go.
So we will have to spin next week.
I think John Parker needs to sign up so he can be in the drawing, and I think that Dave Funk needs to also sign up and get in the drawing. I'm telling you, Dave Funk gets in there, there's going to be some people shaking in their shorts.
I ain't kidding.
I'd agree. I think April's a good month to be in it.
April or May.
Yep.
June is warmer weather. I can't say anything much else about June that thrills me.
John Parker, you say you're a yes to get put in here, huh?
He's trying now, he says.
Oh, there we go. And Cindy, I saw your message, but I'm on my phone, so if I open it up, it's probably going to kick me out of StreamYard. So you didn't send it, so okay.
All right. Yeah, Stan, we sent all that weather your way. We had that all here last night. The downpours, and it was beautiful. Lightning displays and stuff all over the skies, but we sent it all your way.
That's pretty nice of you.
Thunder and lightning in Virginia. Yeah, I think the East Coast is getting what's left of ours.
Yeah, it was pushing.
No, James,
northeast pattern there.
No, James. Chad got you put in there, so everything's good on that.
Yeah. So we'll do the trawler for that next week. Right? Yeah, we said next week, the 7th. I'm on vacation next week.
Are you?
Yes, sirs.
Again or still?
Again, I'm not. I'm working this week, and then I'm off next week.
Oh, excuse me.
Well, you ought to come down on Saturday then. Go to Kentucky Dam.
Well, I had thought about doing something like that. It'll also depend on how the wife is doing, and that's why I didn't do it. I didn't do anything this past weekend. I want to be around the house. So we'll see how she's doing. If I can, I think it's okay for me to venture out for a day.
Glad to know that Miss D is doing better.
She's doing not too bad. I mean, she's got a wonderful, wonderful husband that's taking great care of her. Go sit back down.
She for sure is the most favorite of the Fields family for me.
Yeah, that's why I keep her around, because without her, nobody else would talk to me. So
Dan is right here. He said, so me, James, and John Parker so far, hosts aren't going to have much work to do for any of us. That's the truth.
amen to that. Hi, beautiful.
I would take any of those for
Good.
entertainment factor
Oh,
alone.
absolutely.
What? I'm still live.
Sangamon anglers. So we've had rain, hail, heavy wind, and beautiful clear days in Illinois. Box chocks. That's good. If you don't like the weather in Illinois, you wait 5 minutes, it'll change.
Oh, Mark Barnum.
That Deej head would be a bank fisherman.
Wow.
Oh, Mark, that's a good one. Score one
And
for
we
you.
know, and we know his thoughts on bank fishermen. He put it into. He said it earlier. They rely on pure luck.
And I mean,
Oh man,
pretty much. There's not a whole lot of skill to it, like there is with boat fishing.
say what?
3 days are going to be mid to high 80s. There we go.
That's right,
That'd
Lisa.
be nice.
Not us. I think we're going to be a roller coaster for about a week.
Yeah, it's supposed to be a slightly warmer tomorrow, and then it's going to jump back. It's supposed to jump back up on Wednesday. We're going to be in the 80s again on Wednesday. So,
Well, we're going to be, we'll be 56 tomorrow, 81 on Wednesday, back down to the 60s Thursday, Friday, back up to the 70s, and then back down to 50s on Sunday, and 40s and 50s, and then it's just like our river. It's just like the Ohio River. It's a yo-yo effect. Don't know what to do.
better lucky than good as far as bank fishing. Yeah.
You ain't lying there, Jerry Parker.
I know very few people that I would put up against Jerry Parker on the bank.
I agree.
I know very few people.
That's true.
I
61
agree.
degrees, 61.8 degree temperature
Oh, wow.
yesterday on Watts Bar Lake. Well, I can tell you that it wasn't that on Mark Twain over the weekend. It was 51.
We were the Ohio River not this past weekend, the weekend before was right there at 50. It was like 49.7 or something like that. It was close. But that rain that fell yesterday, we got, like I said, we got a downpour last night. So
Parker said
it was a nice warm rain.
on Mississippi, 56 on Saturday. That's really good for the river.
It is high.
Temperatures come up fast.
Well, that's this time of year. That's what you need, right? I mean, the warm days are nice, but that much water flow.
You get a good warm rain. It doesn't take long to.
You need, like 2 good warm rains, and that water temperature jumps like crazy. And if we're getting 81 degrees, and I think Wednesday is 3.5 inches of rain on Wednesday, and it being 81, yeah, that water's going to jump big time.
Oh yeah, there we go.
Oh, there you go, Dave Funk.
Says he'll sign up for the May slot. Better for flatheads. Don't go. Blues can hold up their major. Yeah, that's.
Sounds good, Dave. We're looking forward to it, buddy.
That's going to be a dangerous time right there.
Yep. If he gets drawn out, it will be.
We call him Dangerous Dave that month.
I'll tell you what, we've got a lot of good anglers out there.
We do.
That, can give Mr. Parker a run for the money. And like Basically, it's still open to anybody to win because I was told I wasn't allowed to fish it. So
Oh my. Danny says I always ask him, but inviting Chad is always a waste of time. He's either doing his nails or washing his hair.
I've never seen an invite from Danny Stone. Jerry
Really?
Parker, Dunnigan, those guys, they invite me places. Lyle's invited me places.
Yeah.
I mean,
Dockery.
Danny
Cool
invited
Cats
you
has
to-
invited me.
I thought Danny was the one that invited you to Trail of Tears.
No, I just happened to hear about it, and I asked a
You
question,
showed up. You
and then
invited
Parker was
yourself.
like, "Yeah," Parker was like, "Dude, you should come, even though Danny Stone doesn't want you here." I think actually Matt from Want to Be Outdoors is the one that talked to Jerry and invited me to that one. So it is what it is, guys.
You're going to get much needed rise in the rate. Jerry, I'm thinking if we get as much rain as they're saying, that that spot you and I were bank fished a few weeks ago should probably be absolute fire by this weekend.
So are you guys getting it Wednesday as well down there, right? We'll probably be by a couple hours earlier than us. Is all.
Yeah, they're talking late afternoon on Wednesday right now. I've been keeping an eye on it.
I'm gonna check what ours is.
They'll know more as it gets closer, but you know, we keep an eye on the Storm Prediction Center, and they have us in an enhanced risk, which is a 3 out of 5 already. And I would expect tomorrow that at least somewhere in our general vicinity will be at a moderate. So this could be a 4 out of 5. Could be wrong. Might only stay enhanced, but
I'm wrong. So Wednesday we are only getting 1.73 inches of rain on Wednesday.
okay.
Our heavy rain will be Thursday, where we will get another 3 inches, a little over 3 inches.
It's supposed to start raining here Tuesday night, overnight, and all up until 1 o'clock or so on Wednesday.
Well, we're only going to get 0.8 inches of rain on Friday, with another followed by another 2 inches of rain on Saturday, and only 1 inch on Sunday. If that tells you how much rain we're supposed to get up here.
It's gonna have Lyle going nuts. So last time it rained like this, he had to, he ended up on that big boat with all the animals.
Yeah.
What now?
It may give him flashbacks, Josh. That's for
What
sure.
now? I didn't hear what you said.
Oh, you didn't hear it?
No.
Oh, we have 3 entries on the Top Cats now.
I said you're gonna have a hard time there, Lyle. Last time it rained like this, you ended up on that boat with all the animals.
Yeah, they stink.
We're just lucky Noah kept Lyle away from the 2 shrimp.
No doubt.
The world is lucky for that.
And the chickens, because he would have used those for bait. But anyway.
Stop it.
He wouldn't use them for bait.
What's Tuesday and say here? The biggest difference between bank and boat, in my opinion, is that you have to be way more selective from the bank than the boat. With the boat, if you're wrong, you just move to a different spot situation. Not wrong. You have the capability from a boat, but you can also overthink. You have a lot more area to play in when it comes to a boat, so you have a lot more.
I have wasted a lot. I've wasted a day on the water buzzing all back and forth.
Oh yeah.
And I was, the faster your boat will run, the more likely you are to waste an entire day on the water just buzzing around.
100%.
One of the keys to boat fishing is not second guess yourself. If you come up with a plan and you're confident in that plan, and at the last minute you change your mind and do something else, most of the time it'll bite you in the ass.
Mm-hmm.
I usually think I have a good plan, and I've learned that whatever my good plan is, I should do the opposite, because that's typically where the fish are. So if I think they're deep, they're shallow. If I think they're shallow, they're deep.
See, you're lucky that D usually goes. She finds fish.
Yeah, she finds the fish.
Yeah.
She sure.
We got one of them there bragging boards.
Yes, we do. If you can,
I got it.
bragging board 331 in the media assets. If you can
I got
grab
it,
it there.
sir. Here we go. Ready? 3, 2, 1.
Howdy folks, it's time once again to take a look at the Catfish Weekly Bragging Board, the weekly video series where we showcase the amazing fish caught by our viewers. Leading us off this week, we have Catfish Weekly's own Mr. Lyle Stokes. Gale force winds this past week couldn't keep Lyle from catching some great red ear sunfish. Lyle finished the day with an impressive bag of fish for table fare. Great work, buddy. Panfish were also the species of choice for our good friend Jerry of Parker Pursuits. Jerry took advantage of some record high temperatures and came up with this awesome mix of slab crappie and red ear sunfish with a bluegill or two thrown in for good measure. Nicely done, Jerry. The team of James and Katie Dockery also came up with some nice panfish. James and Katie each broke their personal best red ear sunfish, with these awesome fish weighing in at 1.8 pounds and 1 pound respectively. Congratulations, James and Katie. Ethan of Mad County Fishing joins us on the board again this week, this time with an 18.14 pound blue catfish caught while fishing live with Danny Stone and an amazing 54.34 pound blue caught from the bank at night. Great work, Ethan. Newcomer to the bragging board is Brent of Sangamon Angler, who is getting ready to start releasing some video content on his channel. Brent caught some nice smallmouth and a table full of slab crappie. Thanks for sharing them with us, Brent. Our good friend Tom of LG Bass spent some time on the famous Lake Gaston dock and came up with this impressive 33-pound, 13-ounce flathead catfish. Great work, Tom. Thanks for sending us the photo, buddy. Woman of the Woods and Waters, Christina, spent some time fishing the northern pools of the Mississippi River recently and came up with these nice yellow perch and sauger. The perch were harvested for table fare and the sauger was released to grow and be caught again. Nicely done, Christina. Miss Lori Ann of Laura the Explorer also spent some time on the dock and caught herself this amazing blue catfish that weighed in at 37 pounds. Great work, Lori. Congratulations. And closing us out this week is our good friend Chris of Hooks and Hammocks, who pulled this healthy 61-pound blue catfish from the Ohio River while fishing on a live stream. It's definitely nice to see larger fish being caught, photographed, and then released into the Ohio River. Nicely done, Chris. Don't forget, guys, you too can be featured on the Catfish Weekly Bragging Board. To be eligible, the fish needs to have been caught within the past 14 days, and we accept pictures of any species of fish. To get yourself or a friend on the bragging board, all you need to do is email your fish photo to pics@theweekendangler.com. Send us the information shown on your screen, and we'll get it on the board for you. Thank you all for watching. Have a great week.
There's some nice fish this week.
Really good fish.
Some awesome fish.
When are we going to see you on there, Chad?
I'd have to catch fish first.
Yeah.
Oh,
You know, my channel cat that I caught a couple weeks ago wasn't big enough.
You think about it, if Saturday goes real well, then the bragging board could be a ton of people holding skipjack next Monday.
that could be.
Well, could be.
That'd be a good group photo. Everybody up in the parking lot of the dam with a big old handful of skipjack. So
I agree.
Yeah. I'd really be interested, like I said, with that water.
thank you, JG.
Hopefully, you guys, there's enough room where you guys could all fish from it down there. Because I got a feeling that water's going to be rolling. And that's one thing around here that usually when our skipjack move up, we get a really, really big rain, and it comes in, and it's like the skipjack are gone.
Yeah, down
I
came
don't
the
know
rain
why.
and washed the skipjack out. That's how that kid
Pretty
sunk.
Pretty much. So, all right. Well, boys, you guys got anything else before we close it out?
I got nothing else. Keep an eye on the weather this week if you're in that affected area.
Boy, no kidding. And be careful. Take care. Them tornadoes and thunder and lightning is nothing to be messing with. Everybody wants to go fish, but safety first.
Yep. I'm sure that the smartest guy from Kentucky that I know will be live on Wednesday. He's not taking the bait, man. I thought for sure he would.
The only thing I can think of, for some reason, we were talking about skipjack, and you said the smartest guy I know. I was going with Kevin Fishes. I was like, wait a minute, who are you talking about?
Ooh, yeah, that's
I got pretty. If you've not checked out Kevin Fishes, he's a pretty cool guy. He's pretty knowledgeable down there.
yeah. He's good for. He's real good at letting you know what the skipjack are doing down there.
That's
Oh,
fact.
yeah.
He's got it dialed in. That's for sure.
That he does. Please make sure, appreciate Stan. Make sure you guys please hit that thumbs up. We try to bring you a good topic of conversation each and every week. Educate and also, try to educate each other at the same time, right? I mean, I think that tonight's topic was just that. There's maybe some different thought methods on barometric pressure and fronts and stuff like that. And what do you look at versus what I look at? Maybe one of these days we'll figure it out. So.
Yeah, I like those topics that make you think a little bit. So.
Yeah.
I think
Now
so.
we're going to make Josh do all the studying, and he's going to educate us all.
I like math. What can I say?
Me too. All right.
Thanks everybody for watching. We appreciate you being here with us tonight. Be sure to tune in to Panfish Nation Wednesday and Chad and the guys on Thursday, and we'll be back next Monday night.
That's right.
Great week, y'all.
Have a good week, guys.